Mix up dentine and enamel.
That's not the right hat, actually. I was just going to say that. Nice hat, mate. Taking on the back. Hey, bucket.
Some liquid. You can use some modelling liquid which has got starch in it, or just distilled water. I prefer to use distilled water because I find the modelling liquid too starchy and too sticky. Okay, and you're mixing up your porcelain into paste.
I've been saying hey Macarena. That's been going in his video.
So I could do some towel if you'd like to grab a few sheets. So doing a upright 6, thank you. Right back down, doing well. Okay, now I like to have a little bit of tissue that's positioned against my crown builder because I like to control the crown while I'm building. I like to control the porcelain, and if you keep condensing it, keep drawing the moisture away, it helps to prevent the crown from slumping. So I'm going to pick up some. First off, I'm going to pick up some dentine on my brush. I like to use a brush. You can use a spatula. Okay. And I'm just going to pat it into position. Okay, and then again using the tissue to absorb the moisture and keep everything under control, nicely controlled. Okay, so I'm just building up that cusp there. The mesial cusp.
What's going on here, like?
Brushes are a bit old. Okay, building up the distal cusp. Okay.
Smells pretty good.
Do the same with the mesiopalatal cusp.
Doesn't that look a little watery?
It does look a bit watery, Osman. Thank you for pointing that out. That's better. You can pick that up now. I can shape the cusps, start shaping the cusps a little bit as well. Okay, add some more porcelain then. And porcelain you can stack up. In fact, some people call it stacking, just stacking porcelain. When you ceramic.
For me to do.
Bit easily to build up your contact. Okay, I'm going to build this distopalatal cusp as well. Now, and I'm building up in dentine. What most technicians do is get their shape in dentine and then cut back to put the enamel on. So again, keeping the tissue nice and close so that you absorb the moisture. It is a 6.
Does a 6 have... Oh no, that's a lower end. That's 5 cause... Yours is crap.
Not this, what I've done.
Yeah, at least you've given him more than what I've given him. I've given him basically a receipt.
Why do you use a sponge?
I like to just roll my brush in the sponge to get a point. These
You can do
brushes
that
are very
on-
old.
You can do that on tissue.
You can do it on a tissue, yep. Very, thank you for pointing that out, Sabesh. Okay, I'm reasonably happy with my shape now. I'm just going to take the occlusion and then I'm going to cut back from my enamel. We have this strange occlusion, don't we? That rocks a little bit. Okay, we'll go with that. It's okay. Okay, so I'm going to cut back from my enamel now. It's not a great. It's not. It's not the blade you should have, and I don't know where it's gone, but it should be more flexible than this.
Yeah,
I'll see if I can get some more.
The blade's starting to come out. I don't think it's quite enough.
So I'm going to cut back from my enamel now. Cut the cusps back as well to overlay some enamel onto the cusps. We're recording. Is it all good word going?
Alright.
Okay, and I'm happy with that. That's enough cut back. Okay, I'm going to add and put some striations in, some little mamelon effects. Break that incisal edge up a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to add my enamel. Run away from me a bit. So add the enamel to the incisal edge, and then you can draw the enamel down. Okay, you should get a nice colour then. You should get a nice graduated, translucent incisal edge. Do need to overbuild slightly because you get a little bit of shrinkage in the furnace.
That looks like dead mouse. Do you know what that is?
Okay, and you can be aware that you've got a buccal corridor as well, and I often find that the distal cusp flares out slightly.
That bunny is shot. He just stabbed me up and left. What is he going to give me Simon? Is he going to give me Simon? He hasn't even given anything. He's going to go through the full complaint each. Yeah. You can. Ask him.
You alright, guys? No issue?
Yeah, it's not an issue.
What's going on?
No, it's not an issue. Have you got a base to this?
Okay, so I'm happy with my buccal surface. I'm going to just shape my cusps a little bit and add also build up my cusp, my mesioplatal cusp.
I was just going to say,
And then you can get a nice coverage, nice enamel coverage.
get it and bring it, yeah? What? From there to? Yeah, bring it, yeah. Shall I? Yeah. You better off doing that, you know. Where am I going to eat it? What, burger, fries, beans, everything?
You can put some different effects in. You can put some translucent white effects and some different modifiers. We're just using dentin and enamel today. build up my mesopalatal
I can't hear you, man. Speak louder. Are you in college? Link up. Oh, what time? Oh, man.
Again, you can overbuild it slightly because you'll get shrinkage in the furnace.
Looks good. Simon, you're going to put enamel on the towards the margin?
I'm not going to. I've pulled the enamel down as far as I'm going to go. Do you do more translucent margins then?
Well, I've just been told that because on a normal tuff, because your enamel goes all the way over the tuff and
Yeah.
it's on the crown.
Yeah, I mean margins can be quite translucent as well. I'm just pulling I've pulled the enamel down as far as I want to go. So there is a blend. There is a little blend of enamel towards the margin.
Because I done that before and I got like a line.
Yeah, that's
where you could see it. So guys, have you read hands in your wear? Good. I've just still got a cup. Rubbish, no rubbish. Got some green back there.
Ought to check the occlusion at this juncture as well. It's not too bad. Rocking effect. A little bit tight there. You can create some wear facets.
I thought we found down. I'm going to get it want to get it done, get it out of the way. Simon has been really stressful for everyone. Yeah. Hard. Huh? Yeah. But
I'm pretty much there, to be honest.
it's your turn.
Better brushes than that.
It's good that I did it all myself.
Have you done your work after this?
Yeah, I've done everything else apart from this.
I just got to do my crown and cut up my crown.
The crown probably does need a bit more polishing. But
Dreading, cut up my crown, that's all I'm not leaving, that's in last.
I thought you'd done that already.
It's all done, like waxed up, cast, it's just not cut up.
Oh, okay.
I've done my ortho, I've done my denture, my crown. I'm going to do at work in the 2 weeks off. Then all I've got to do when I come back is just cut up my crown. I might even ask if they can help me cut that up at work. I'm just kind of putting it off because when I done it.
You can condense it a little bit if you want to. Just tap and draw the water out.
Simon, when you were in lab, what work did you do?
This, believe it or not.
Porcelain. my crown for days.
Well,
Did you use the build up?
privately, depends whether it's private or NHS.
Yeah. Do you do private? No, not yet. Not yet. Yeah. And doing NHS, you have to be perfect.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you about it in a minute. So I'm going to go with that. I'm happy with that. I do like to trim a little bit as well. Okay. And that's oversized now, so that will shrink back.
That's nice.
Okay, just check the occlusion. Lift it off. Add some dentine. Okay, and then I'm going to build up the rest of my contact in enamel, because you get then a nice translucent effect, and you can sometimes bring the colour of the adjacent tooth through the crown.
Will you get more marks if you do the anterior twist instead of the
No, I
posterior,
don't think it
will you
matters.
get the same?
I don't think it matters. I'll check the specs, the specifications for you. I haven't got any decent glasses yet.
Have you not got a whipping brush liner?
No, I did have, I've had one that I've had for
sold it.
years and years.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to go with that. I'm happy with that. We'll get that fired and can trim it, and maybe have to do a correction firing as well. Okay.